guys, my name is Nndivhaleni Netshiavhela, fondly known as Nndivhaleni Mukororo wa Netshiavhela. I'm an African residing in South Africa. I am an actress, a presenter, a researcher, and a script writer. I've worked for BET Africa, MTV Base. I have acted in short films. I am in ads that are currently flighting. I've also written for your DSTVs, your Malibu, you name it. I'm very passionate about Africa and the African child. I just want to give you guys the few things that have worked for me on this journey that I've been on. And this is not to acknowledge that, you know, it might not work for some people. Definitely might not work for you, but this is what has worked for me and has brought me this far. Number one, find out who you are. It's very important. It's very vital to your journey. You have to know who you are and what your purpose is. It took me a lot of time, it took me a lot of prayer, it took me a lot of self-discovery to come to a point where I actually made peace with the fact that I'm an artist. I'm an artist. I'm passionate about storytelling. It's not something that happens very, very easily. For some people, it comes naturally. They know immediately that this is who I am. They know through the things they do or the things that they're interested in. And obviously, your question would be, how do I know that this is what I'm meant to do or this is who I am? Firstly, I don't feel like the journey of self-discovery is, you know, limited to time. It takes time. It's a continuation. It's consistent. It happens and then you're like, nah, this is not who I am. I think I want to do more of the self-discovery thing. So it might take time for you to get there. But to answer it, the things that set your heart on fire, the things that you do and you feel like I'm complete, the things that you do and you feel like I'm actually enjoying this, that's what I believe you were purposed to do. You were called to do. I could be wrong. Somebody might have a smarter definition of the things that you are purposed to do, but that's how I feel about it. When I get on stage, when I get in front of the camera and I start doing what I gotta do, I feel good, I feel complete, and those are the things that make me happy. You might feel good when you solve a math problem. You might feel good when you present a show. You might feel good when you paint or do whatever. That's what you're purposed to do. Yeah? And the second thing that I would advise you to do, or to have rather, is have a vision. That thing is very important. You have to visualize the highest version of yourself. You have to see her. You have to imagine her. You have to breathe it before you become it. And that's what has worked for me. Vision boards, writing down my goals, praying about them. I'm Christian, so everything really always resorts to prayer. You know, seeing that and sort of aligning myself with all the things that need to happen in order for me to get to that level. Have a vision. It's quite important. You cannot be it if you cannot see it. Very, very important. You cannot be it if you cannot see it, and you need to start seeing it here. It needs to happen in your mind. It needs to happen in your heart. You need to know that, yo, I see myself holding that Oscar one day. I see myself holding that summer, holding that award and being effective in the storytelling fraternity. You have to see it. Once you imagine it, you're able to run after it. You're able to find ways to make it work for you. Yeah? And the third thing that works for me is having an attitude of servitude. Yeah? Serving is very important to me, and it's what got me here. Because whatever space I get into, I get in with the attitude of wanting to serve. I want to serve. When you serve, you're able to understand that you rolling pipes in a production company, not pipes rather, cords. Cords in a production company will help you understand the camera better. It will help you understand production better. You learning how to paint from your uncle will help you, you know, become the world's greatest painter. You know, you sitting with the director and learning from them will help you become a better version of you as an actress or whatever you want to be. But you need to be humble. You need to have that humility. You need to understand that the greatest of all people did not start with very big positions. They started with serving. And once you have that attitude of serving, then everything becomes easy because you're willing to learn, you're open to getting ideas from other people and executing them. And for me, the greatest lessons that I learned were through serving. So that's what worked for me. Be humble, be okay with being the least important person in the room. Be okay with that. And the fourth thing that worked for me, network. Whatever space you get into, network. You know, speak to people. That humility will make you go to people and be like, yo, can I please ask about 1, 2, 3? And they will tell you, this is where you go, this is what you do, and they'll remember you. They'll remember you because you're that kid who wanted to know more. Yeah, so do network, do speak to the right people, build relationships in the industry, whatever industry you're in, build relationships, speak to people. I always say this, you can be as talented as possible. You can be the most talented girl in this whole wide world. But if you're not a nice person, if you don't know how to speak to people, if you don't know how to present yourself as a brand, then chances are that people won't remember you. People won't want to work with you. So it's quite vital for you to, you know, network, speak to the right people, and also just be nice. Bro, be nice. You know what I mean? That will also help you to collaborate with the right people in your industry. And lastly but not least, use your marketing tools. We are moving to the 4th industrial revolution, right? We are literally heading towards the digital age. You cannot not be present online, whether it's business, whether it's acting, whether it's, I don't know, painting. I keep saying painting, but whether it's painting or making, building, tiling, whatever, just have an online presence, because we live on the internet. Most people live on the internet. And I acknowledge that this video might be watched by people who are anywhere in Africa, and you might not have access to that. But for those who have access to these mediums, please do make sure that you market yourself online, that you put your work out there, and that you allow people access into your world, but because that's how they know they want to work with you. Yeah, so yeah, those are the 4 things, 5 I think, 5 things that I think worked for me. I'm still an ever evolving creative, so I wouldn't say I've reached that level yet, but these are the few things that have worked for me. Number 1, know who you are, know your purpose. Number 2, I can't remember number 2. Number 3, have an attitude of servitude. Number 4, network. Number 5, market yourself. I'm trying to remember number 2. Have a vision. Yes, because none of these things will happen if you do not have a vision. Thank you so much for allowing me into your sacred space and allowing me these few minutes to tell you what has worked for me. I do hope that this will help you, and I do hope that you will, you know, rock on.